Okay, this one's called How the Food You Eat Affects Your Brain. Mia Nakamura. This is from TED Ed. I believe this was posted 7 years ago.
If you sucked all of the moisture out of your brain and broke it down to its constituent nutritional content, what would it look like? Most of the weight of your dehydrated brain would come from fats, also known as lipids. In the remaining brain matter, you would find proteins and amino acids, traces of micronutrients, and glucose. The brain is, of course, more than just the sum of its...
Sorry, gotta pause it.
Nutritional parts, but each component does have a distinct impact on functioning, development, mood.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I liked how they slip. It's more than its nutritional parts. Guys, a cell is a cell is a cell. There is no nutrition. A cell is composed what it's composed of. This whole fucking nutrition shit, that's all horse shit. It's a made up fucking term for the whole diet and health industry.
And energy. So that post-lunch apathy or late-night alertness you might be feeling, well, that could simply be the effects of food on your brain. Of the fats in your brain, the superstars are omegas 3 and 6. These essential fatty acids, which have been linked to preventing degenerative brain conditions,
must come from our diet. So they've been linked for helping degenerative brain conditions. The only reason your brain is breaking down is because we've introduced toxins. We've introduced poisons. Your cells will live forever, guys. They are literally breaking us down through the food we eat, through the programming, through the cognitive dissonance, through the superfluous bullshit, through the music, through the entertainment, through the politics, all of it. They are breaking us down, guys. And then they say it must come from our diet. So they're breaking our cells down, right? They're breaking our cells down. Then once they break our cells down, our cells are open. Once our cells are open, they are susceptible to anything because then they start getting depleted, especially if we're introducing more poisons and toxins and eating food and fucking listening to crazy shit. So what that causes is a depletion of their so-called fucking nutrients that they're so smart that, oh, now we're going to sell them omega-3s and omega-6s and fatty acids. No, you don't need any of it. The reason we need any of it is because we've already poisoned ourselves. They don't go into that. They just act like, well, shit happens, but we got the answer.
Must come from our diets. So eating omega-rich foods like nuts, seeds, and fatty fish is crucial to the creation and maintenance of cell membranes.
What a fucking load of shit, guys. Use your goddamn common sense. See, this shit fucking pisses me off right here. Listen very closely. They load these fucking sentences up, man. It's all mind control. What do you hear? Now listen to this again.
Must come from our diets. So eating omega-rich foods like nuts, seeds, and fatty fish is crucial to the creation and maintenance of cell membranes.
So everybody in the world that doesn't live in a place where they can get nuts, seeds, and fatty fish, their brains are going to deteriorate. Think about it, guys. Why are our brains deteriorating? It's because of the poisons and toxins. These guys just fucking lied. I mean, they lie straight to your fucking face. And people just, oh, well, they're the experts. I'm just going to listen. I need nuts and fatty acids. I need fucking fat fish. What the fuck, man? I mean, use your common sense. You think everybody has access to nuts and fish and fucking whatever else he said? No. But it's crucial to the creation and maintenance of cell membranes. Yes, if you've poisoned your cells. Problem, reaction, solution, guys. Keeping you on the hamster wheel of consumption.
And while omegas are good fats for your brain, long-term consumption of other fats, like trans and
Look, and see, they can get away with this. These same cocksuckers are selling this shit. They push this shit. I bet the advertisement after this video's for this shit. And so so what it does is it creates cognitive dissonance, but you're like, well, I really like my fries, and they'd shut McDonald's down. My government cares about me. They wouldn't make this allowed if it was bad for me. You guys are idiots. Nobody cares about you. Everybody wants your money. They want your time and they want your attention. They're using you. And they've gotten you addicted to this shit.
Saturated fats may compromise brain health. Meanwhile, proteins and amino acids, the building block nutrients of growth and development, manipulate how we feel and behave.
They love doing that, man. Manipulating how you feel and behave with amino acids.
Amino acids contain the precursors to neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that carry signals between neurons, affecting things like mood, sleep, attentiveness, and weight.
Exactly. And that's why children have such bad mood swings. They are constantly poisoning themselves, and parents do it by eating all this processed food constantly. Do you ever notice a kid, they fucking are constantly hitting the snack bar? Why are they doing that? Because if they don't, they're gonna freak out. It's just like a drug. They might as well be on crack. We might as well quit feeding our kids and just put them all on crack.
They're one of the reasons we might feel calm after eating a large plate of pasta, or more alert after a protein-rich meal.
See? They are manipulating how they know that food manipulates how you feel. Why? Because your cells have broken down, and they know by introducing these certain chemicals, these certain vitamins, these certain nutrients, they can make your body do different things. Guys, they are taking a perfect thing. What they did was they took the perfect thing, the human biological baby, and they have fucking poisoned the fuck out of it. And then 5 years later, when it's having a bunch of problems, they have all the solutions and all the pills that you need to take and consume in order to fix it.
Complex combinations of compounds in food can stimulate brain cells to release mood-altering norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin. But getting to your brain cells is tricky, and amino acids have to compete for limited access.
Why is it tricky? Because nothing was ever supposed to get there. It's not supposed to be introduced to anything, guys. That's why it's tricky.
A diet with a range of foods helps maintain a balanced combination of brain messengers and keeps your mood.
Oh my God, look at this. This is so sick. Look at this shit.
Access. A diet with a range of foods.
A diet with a range of foods. You know how many people have access to that kind of range of foods? What are they calling anybody who can't get access to all that range of foods? They're calling them idiots? They're calling them brain dead morons? I mean, what are they saying here, guys? Use your common sense.
Helps maintain.
They say it with such a diet full of different things. And they make it seem like so easy and so nice, and the world's great. You just gotta eat right.
Balanced combination of brain messengers and keeps your mood from getting skewed in one direction or the other. Like the other organs in our bodies, our brains also benefit from a steady supply of micronutrients, antioxidants in fruits and vegetables.
Steady supply. Oh, you like how they threw that one in there? Steady. Make sure you're eating it throughout the day. Don't ever fast. Don't ever stop consuming.
Strengthen the brain to fight off free radicals that destroy brain cells, enabling your brain to work well for a longer period of time.
Where do free radicals come from? Poison. Where does poison come from? You have to introduce it to your body. You have to intake it, whether it's through your ears, your eyes, your pores. You have to intake these things, guys. The environment is extremely toxic. They have surrounded us in an extremely toxic, trauma-filled environment. That is the reason, and then inundated us with consumerism and shoving our fat faces. That is why we are having so many issues. It is that simple. But they want to obfuscate. They want to fill you with superfluous information and confuse you. They want to make you feel like, oh, well, here's half the answer. Just stay tuned next week for the rest of the answer. And you'll do that till you die.
And without powerful micronutrients like the vitamins B6, B12, and folic acid, our brains would be susceptible to brain disease and mental decline.
I don't even know what else to say.
Trace amounts of the minerals iron, copper, zinc, and sodium are also fundamental to brain health and early cognitive development.
Where do you guys honestly, come on, guys. I knew, when I had my first son, my wife's best friend had a child at the same exact time. That woman used to put, when he was 3 years old, all she would feed him, and prior to that, because I was in the military, so we weren't around her, but we didn't see what was going on until we had moved back. But she would fill his baby bottle up with Pepsi. That kid would sit there and drink Pepsi all fucking day, and as soon as the thing would run out, he would want more. She would give him nothing but McDonald's in like cookies and shit. That's all he ever ate. He had what is that cell? It's only like colored people get it because they were Hispanic, but colored skin melanin people get it. Fuck, I can't remember. But anyways, god damn it, yeah. So and that kid is fine to this day. He's still kicking, but he didn't get any of this. How is he not completely retarded? In fact, all he got was fucking sugar shoved in his face for the first several years, if not 12 years of his life. Guys, this is horse shit. What they are doing is they are putting a Band-Aid over a major gaping wound. And the gaping wound is the fact that they've opened up all our cells and introduced them to the toxins and poisons and broken us down. And now they're telling us we need to eat all this food and fucking, consume nuts and fatty fish and, it's fucking crazy, man. This is what causes insanity. This is insanity. This is an illusion. This is a lie. These people should be locked up for pushing this shit. Anybody pushing anything without getting to the root of the problem is a fucking accessory to murder.
In order for the brain to efficiently transform and synthesize these valuable nutrients, it needs fuel, and lots of it. While the human brain only makes up about 2% of our body weight, it uses up to 20% of our energy resources. Most of this energy comes from carbohydrates that our body digests into glucose.
Oh my God. Guys, your energy does not come from carbohydrates. I just,
or blood sugar. The frontal lobes are so sensitive to drops in glucose, in fact, that a change in mental function is one of the primary...
Do you understand? Do you see the theme that they keep on throwing? They keep on throwing out, you have to constantly feed it. You have to constantly... All they're talking about is consumption. That is it. They are just saying consume. And you have to. Otherwise your brain's going to shut down. Otherwise your body ain't going to work. Otherwise you're not going to be able to run. Otherwise you're going to have any injury.
Signals of nutrient deficiency. Assuming that we are getting glucose regularly, how does the specific type of carbohydrates we eat affect our brains? Carbs come in 3 forms: starch, sugar.
I'm just going to stop it. I've had enough. I can't do that one anymore. But yeah, there you go. If you want to finish that one out, it's called How the Food You Eat Affects Your Brain. Mia Nakamura, TED Ed. I think it's only a couple more minutes long. Oh yeah, it's only a 5-minute video. But yeah, a complete horseshit. Again, problem, reaction, solution. They're creating a problem by introducing us to all these poisons, putting us on slave consumerist programming, and then, just reinforcing and then acting like the experts who have the answer for the problem they created. And the answer they have, it only involves, what it involves is money. It involves mass consumerism and never-ending hamster wheel of fucking hell.